It's time for us to see what the headlines are across Nigerian newspapers this morning. And I have my regulars on a Monday like this. Dr. John is here. Dr. Good morning.
Good morning, Mike.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Right. And I have Dr. Dayo Kayode here as well. Dr. Kayode, good morning.
Top of the morning.
Top of the morning. And thank God it's Monday.
Thank God
like
it's Monday.
Dr. will always say.
And thank God the weekend too was also jam-packed of news.
Oh, okay. Okay, they are cheering news to you, isn't it?
A lot of cheering
Okay,
news.
very good. Let's move on now to the papers. We'll start with the Vanguard newspaper. Vanguard says, convention aftermath, focus shifts to Buhari's successor. And he says that Buhari may back dark horse in succession contest. Tinubu, Osinbajo, Bello, Amaechi's supporters upbeat on their chances. PDP now sulking, wearing long faces after failing to destabilize our convention. Adamu, the new chairman, is saying this. Label APC party of chaos. Emergence of Adamu sends jitters down spines of opposition. Lawan is saying this. And all right, so a lot of riders there. The Nation newspaper is next, and it says, Buhari, APC now set for victory. That's what the Nation newspaper has. Right? News Direct is next, and it says that the National Convention is the focus here. APC new leaders set for 2023 election victory. That's what News Direct says. Adamu's emergence roadmap to party's unity and harmony. Amaechi is saying that. Blueprint newspaper saying this. He says, with Adamu's emergence as APC national chair, Osinbajo, Tinubu, Mahi, others, presidential bid hots up. That's what the Blueprint newspaper has. Okay. From there, let's go to the Punch newspaper. New National Working Committee, APC inaugurates spread appeal panel Tuesday. PDP says that Adamu has fraud charges. Co-contestants await refunds. Senate to declare Adamu's seat vacant and transform APC ahead of 2023 polls. But Javier Miller tells new National Working Committee. All right. PDP mocks ruling party, says new chairman has corruption case. Right. That's what the Punch newspaper has. Daily Times is next, and it says convention PDP mocks APC over Adamu. Adullahi asks new ruling party national chair to come clean on graft case before parading himself as a saint. As Buhari welcomes new APC leaders, commend members for Abuja show of unity. All that on the front page of the Daily Times. From there, let's go to First News. First News says, new APC chairman facing 15 billion naira fraud trial. PDP mocks. All right, that's on the First News, the front page of the First News newspaper. From there, let's go to Leadership. Leadership says, PMB absolves Adamu, says ex-PDP members in APC have repented. New APC chairman still facing trial over 15 billion naira fraud. PDP is saying this. I will be fair to all as national chair. National chairman Adamu is saying this during his speech. That's the Leadership newspaper. This Nigeria is next, and it says 2023 presidency. Wike, I am in the race. All right, I am in the race. Wike is saying this. Rivers governor optimistic of PDP tickets. Berates those who ran from party in 2015, says Nigeria urgently needs a leader to address growing insecurity. The Guardian newspaper is next. Wike to run for president, blames Atiku Saraki for PDP's 2015 defeat, says have capacity to remove APC. Southeast PDP backs Southern governor's stance on zoning of presidency to South. Otom is Southern presidency. On Southern presidency, I stand. Party won't preempt zoning committee's recommendation, says spokesman. All right, all that on the front page of the Guardian newspaper. From there, let's go to the Daily Sun. 2023 is the focus here. Southeast lobby group gets favorable responses. Igbo leaders unveil stands. Action plan this week. Southeast PDP votes for power shift to the south. All that on the front page of the Daily Sun. Abuja Inquirer says, Abuja missing pupils. We are finished. Parents are saying this. Fear police compromised as proprietors released same day. Police to give update on the week, or in the week rather. This story is still ongoing of the missing children from a school. From there, let's go to Daily Trust. Workers groan as states cut salaries amid inflation. Rationed wages put civil servants on edge. Teachers, local government workers, worst hit. Governments blame dwindling federal allocation. All right, let's keep this by the side. If we have time, we'll talk about it as well. Daily Independent revenue collection weakens Nigeria's debt profile. Analysts bemoan abnormally high debt service to revenue ratio. Okay, that's the Daily Independent. From there, let's go to National Economy. Russia sanctions hinder Ajaokuta steel plant resuscitation. All right, Russia sanctions hinder Ajaokuta steel plant resuscitation. Project completion doubtful. 14 months to Buhari's exit. That's National Economy. From there, let's go to Business AM. Nigeria in frame as Europe rebalances gas supply sources. London analysts suggest Nigeria drive gas pipeline to Mediterranean. Okay, Business AM. Business Day says how Nigeria's oil sector walked to a cliff's edge. That's Business Day. We're seeing the headlines this morning. Dr. John is here, and Dr. Daya Coyote is also here with me. Now, the weekend saw the APC convention. People converge on the Ego Square in Abuja for the convention, and a lot of the anxiety in the air regarding, there's going to be issues. Everything went so the other way.
Are you sure?
No, from the outcome, we didn't hear people coming out to say that, the tables didn't turn eventually the way people expected. Doctor, what do you say?
I think a lot of people were actually interested in the outcome of the APC convention, not necessarily because they expect APC downfall. It's simply because of the fact that APC at the moment holds the key to nation's development because they are in power. And anything that affects APC affects even the ordinary man on the street who is not even a member of the party. And the issue is that if you do not get it right at the level of your internal democratic practice, then if you get to power or as you are in power, you may not be able to drive the nation efficiently. So that's just the reason why a lot of people were actually looking at, what will the outcome be? Of course, PDP as another party may actually believe that the downfall of APC may mean their enthronement. But beyond that, what an average Nigerian is concerned about is good governance. And I think we are getting to a point now where it will not matter whether you are from party A, B, or C. If you have the capacity, maybe that's what people will follow through. And this is clearly shown with the number of people that have gone out to register for their PVC, the permanent voters card. We've never had this popular and good. So I think APC became popular during the weekend, not just necessarily because people want the party's downfall, but because of the fact that they still hold the mace at the moment and they still direct the destiny direction of the Nigerian state.
Okay. Yeah. All right, Dr. Kayode, what do you make of the convention over the weekend?
Yeah, most especially that we want to also agree with him that it's not that people are looking for the downfall of APC, but what is going to come out of that convention. But then if you now look at the trajectory to that particular convention, you're going to see that we have a lot of people contesting for different positions. But at the end of the day, what happened? A lot of people were disenfranchised. Even though I love the way, I love consensus candidates, but again, people were hoodwinked. Okay, because even at the point of having that meeting at with the president at Aso Rock, some were still saying, look, we need to get to that field. For instance, the guy from, I think, Edo or so, that wanted to contest for deputy vice, she came out of that place and said, look, let us get to the field. Okay? But at the end of the day, what happened? So I was able to see a kind of hoodwinking there, probably. We all knew what happened when one other person was trying to contest for Senate presidency the other time. He was invited to Aso Rock, and at the end of the day, what happened? He was shown some documents, and then look at what happened here. The present APC chairman is having 150, 15 billion or 150 billion case against him. And the issue is, they now said the moment he is now here, he has repented. So to what extent are we now fighting corruption? These are issues that should bother our mind. Again, you should look at that convention ground again. Another thing that amused me was the big billboard for the CBN governor, saying that, okay, it is going for presidency. So these are all issues that we need to put together to be able to assess. But for me, I'm still waiting till tomorrow when they are going to come up with their appeal committee panel to now see to what extent are members of APC who were supposed to contest, to what extent are they satisfied with that particular
all right. Now, the point there is, even in the family of 4, 5, 6 daddy, mommy, children, I believe that there are sometimes decisions are taken where everybody may not necessarily be on the same page based on opinion and interest and all of that. But when daddy says, this is the direction we're going, and this is the vision, and this is why we have to go here, sometimes you may not necessarily like the way daddy took the decision, but somehow, everybody at the end of the day has to follow through somehow.
Yeah, but Mike, when you look at that family analogy, it's different from what we call national body. Because here is a nation that is made of different sub-nations, whereby also there are a lot of people from all those areas that are also interested in all those positions. Yeah, not only interested in those positions, but because of the intrigues that are involved in the forthcoming election.
Yeah, but these are the realities. Now, Dr. The point there is, in a multicultural, multifaceted country like Nigeria, you don't even expect that the next 2 door neighbors would even think in the same direction. The ability to bring over 7,000 people together with their various diverse interests, melt them down into a certain direction where everyone, he used the word hoodwinked. But the point there is that if at the end of the day, a mechanism is worked out in such a way that everybody, is towing a certain line, and then there are ways or there are avenues for everybody who is not satisfied, to be, satisfied at the end of the day. Is there anything wrong in that?
I think we should not lose sight of the real issue here, which is when the father, for example, makes a decision in the house, a lot of people may not be satisfied, but the father too must be sure that that decision is to the good of the entire community and the entire family. Speaking now as a party administrator myself, when you start from WhatsApp group, don't post any relevant thing here. You just immediately after your posting, you see people from your village posting what does not have to do with the intent of the party. That suggests to us that leading a community is a very difficult one. But again, at every point in time, you must think about the interests of those people who your action will have an impact on. So if you're certain that you are on the right direction, because leadership most of the time is not about the people understanding your step at every point, but it's about your abilities to also lift up their eyes to be able to see the final result. So for me, if whosoever the father is, maybe the president, the leader of the party, or whosoever, if it's clear that at the end of the day, this is to the advantage of the Nigerian people, irrespective of whether they belong to your party or not, which is what I've always canvassed for. Mike, we should get to a point now where if you win election in party A, you can source for people in party B who have the capacity to help you develop whatever your vision is. Because when you open the constitution of the entire political parties, you discover that the ideology It's the same. So if we do not differ in ideology, and you think that this person has the capacity, irrespective of the political party he is, then you should be able to bring him on board. So the most important thing is not whether APC has done a convention, whether PDP, whether my party, the YPP, or anybody, but the result should be to the advantage of the Nigerian people.
But sorry, Doctor, if I might pick you up on that ideology, how about a situation whereby the way the whole world will be looking at us, somebody who is having a case on his neck becoming the chairman of that party
in Nigeria, how many politicians that have been serving since 1999 does not have a case hanging around their head?
Those are the things we need to work against.
Let's talk to agencies of government that are involved. Let's talk about agencies of government that are involved to bring these people to book.
It is appalling for us to see such people leading us.
Yeah, Dr. Kayode, the point there is that whatever allegations, they remain allegations.
Yeah, but then
it is at the point where the case has been concluded and it is found out that this person is guilty. It is at that point where you should become agitated.
For you to be having such an allegation goes a long way.
Yeah, but
it goes a long way.
The allegations can come from anywhere.
But have we not seen someone being convicted by the court and then being released by this same government talking about technicalities that are not there?
Yeah, but the point there is, if the court strikes out the case remains struck out.
Yeah.
Is there anything you're going to do about it? We need to
I don't want to paint the picture of anybody being a saint or anybody, because I've studied the Nigerian state and we all look alike as a people. You know, the priest who condemns the politician indirectly looks like the politician. The politician who thinks that the police is the problem of the community looks like the police. The police who is chasing thief all around the community looks like the thief because he's behaving exactly like one.
Should we continue to be like that?
The thief who is thinking, even looks like the judge. So by the time the judge looks like the president in turn looks like the people. So I think the change we are looking for most especially must begin with us as individuals. I made a call trying to complain yesterday, sir, to somebody about, there's no money in town. When the person called the call, before he called the call, he told me, Oga, find money. Find money and give us money. So nobody is interested.
Are you not finding the money?
I was thinking to myself, upon this complaint.
So how do you find the money? By stealing?
Go and look for money.
By stealing?
If you do not steal, they will chase you out of your community. That's the kind of community we are building.
It's okay. All right, we have to leave it here now. We don't have all the time anymore, but thank you so much, Dr. John, for coming on the program.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you. Dr. Dayo Kayode, thank you for coming as well.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Great.